Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. Welcome back to Canada. I just couldn't have asked for a better time to get this 2024 GMC Canyon At4x. Oh yes, and in red. So you can see we got about I'd say we got about 30 centimeters of snow here. It's absolutely unplowed here, and look, I had no problem getting out here in the middle of nowhere, and I don't think I'll have any problem going home. So let's take a little bit the roads are super disgusting, so obviously this red paint is getting disgusting, but that's kind of what the element is, right? Like you can see we have the crew cab with kind of the shorter bed that's absolutely full of snow because this press one didn't come with anything, so I'm gonna have to shovel that out once I get home, as well as my own driveway and stuff. See the back there, At4x. You can see how much ground clearance we have with the spare tire underneath. Very nice. This thing is built for this weather, and I can't get enough of it this week. I'm intentionally driving through snow. It's so much fun. So look at that. Look at how lifted it is. You can just see the red paint, super nice. It's dirty, it's disgusting, but we love it. So as usual, let's hop in. I'm trying not to touch this white part here because it's really dirty on the exterior. Let's hop in. There's like no step either. Like, well, this guy could be considered a step, but it really isn't that good of a step. So I kind of have to like throw myself in here as the car beeps at me because the lights are on. Break off the feet because I'm not trying to drag all that in here. Okay. Yes. I know. 1 second. All right. So for the gap, boom. Oh yeah. We're ready for the winter now. I have a week of bliss of not worrying about getting stuck. Ice possible. No problem. So I'll mount you up here with the GoPro. I'll give you my first thoughts of the GMC At4x Canyon. Let's go. Well, first things first, the snow. How does it drive? So no problem. I'm in off-road mode. You can kind of even see like the underbody of the car here. Look, you can see the different suspension. If you want to see how that's working out in the snow, that's really awesome. I'm in a parking lot, so I can just kind of hold the camera and go slow here. I can give it some gas too if I want to. This thing absolutely handles anything you want. What a beast. What a monster to own in the snow. Like, this is no problem for it. It doesn't care. I can give it some gas, but I won't because I'm approaching the intersection here. But yeah, really wonderful. I want to show you that before the snow melts. I'm not sure if it'll stay around, but it's excellent. This what is it called? The At4x, this Canyon in the snow. My God, I drive too many cars. Here we go. These At4x in the snow. Wonderful. Alrighty, so as you saw, I just drove through a bunch of deep snow, and like that, I'm back on the plowed street. So switch back over into my normal mode, and I'm just cruising along. And look at this. Red seatbelts. Cool. If you thought the CT4 Blackwing was the one with the red seatbelts or the special editions of them, you were very much wrong, because the Canyon At4x also gets them. So that's also absolutely wonderful to have. And yeah, so I'm really not even afraid of the winter this week. It could bring on 40 centimeters, and this car would be an absolute weapon in the snow, in any like off-road conditions, anything like that. I am in the possession of a weapon this week. What a great all-wheel drive system. To be able to test it like this is like, I love that. I love being able to like really see the capabilities of it. And yeah, the suspension is absolutely comfortable. I'm not getting rattled around. It just handles the road great. Massive tires on this thing, like you saw. I've got lane keep assist. I've got everything else in between that I would need. You know, I'm just comfortable, and that's like one of the most important things. I've got a little bit of torque too. The engine is a bit of a torquey engine. We actually have more torque than we do horsepower this time around, which is, you know, probably good for towing and also getting off the line in snow. And I could really gun it in the deep snow there, and it was fine. It was really like, you know, obviously off the get-go you're gonna get a little bit of slip, but once you get going in this thing, it's just fantastic. I have so much confidence in it, so much confidence in the all-wheel drive system that it will absolutely get me there. Also, like I said, plenty comfortable. The seats are very nice. You know, they don't feel that expensive, but also you don't really need to go that expensive with a car like this, or with a truck like this, sorry. I've also can see right now that I have a Bose sound system, which is fantastic. You know, I just feel elevated off the ground. I feel safe, and I think that's one of the most important things with any truck that you get is the safety aspect, especially in the winter, right? Like, the amount of like confidence I get, and honestly, like, I could just drive over my lawn with this thing, you know, in fully deep snow, and just you know, absolutely wreck everything. But it's fun to be able to do that and just have the confidence to do it. I can also tow, you know, say if I found somebody stuck, I could tow them. and you know, just the capabilities of, and it's not even a big truck, like, and that's the cool thing, to see a small frame truck like this, or a smaller frame truck like this, just handle the way that a massive truck like a Silverado would do, which I do have the Silverado coming eventually, so I think in the winter as well, so we'll get to see how that performs eventually too. So, you know, we're in for a good week here. Hopefully, you know, obviously I don't love snow, but when I have a car like this, I'd like to maybe see a little bit more, and that way I could test it again while the roads are unplowed in the mornings and stuff, and I can film that for you guys. But if not, hopefully that little like me driving in the deep snow kind of helps you make a decision, because it is really good, like really impressive. I've driven a bunch of cars, and this is one of the better ones in the snow, honestly, with this all-wheel drive system, so it's great. So, like I said, we're in for a good week, probably in for a snowy week, probably in for a cold week, but it's December, it's the winter, and I am Canadian, and I live in Canada, so we've got to deal with all that and everything that comes with it, but I've got the weapon for the job, so let's see how it holds up the rest of the week. I'll pick it up a little bit later. All right, so a cold start maybe doesn't get any colder than this. It's actually the morning now, although it doesn't look any different from the nighttime, which is interesting. But yeah, it is morning, so put my stuff in here. This. We'll go around to this side. Hopefully the wind's not too bad and you guys can hear. Hop up in here. Oh my gosh, there's no steps, so it's like really, you really have to throw yourself. Oh yeah. All that turns on. There's no V8s or V6s anymore, so you know the sound probably isn't going to be that loud there, but you know, not horrible though. Not horrible at all. So, let's do another day. All right, so another day done. We're going to start it up. Of course, let's hit the recording button, but another day of work done. Another driving session done with the Canyon At4x. Look at this red color. It looks fantastic. I really like this little pickup truck. Like it really gets the job done. Like, and the way that it gets dirty, it just, you know, it still looks awesome. I mean, right now we're basically in like, you know, cleanup mode. So like you can see all this stuff here. It's been plowed, but I'm still in the mud. I'm still in the dirt. But like, I don't care if this car looks dirty, because it looks good dirty. It looks like it's in its element when it's dirty. Also, I shoveled the back here. It did snow again, so, you know, there's not much I can do if it just continues to snow. I almost wiped out. Holy, you almost caught a fall right on camera. All right. Oh my God. So I'll show you this here. You can see, you know, how much room we have. It's not an automatic tailgate, which is okay. You know, but it kind of does fall, and it's pretty lightweight, which is good. But you can see there's snow kind of packed up in there and leaves and whatever, because, you know, this press car didn't come with a cover. So, look, I would get one if I owned it, but it doesn't come with one, so, you know, can't do much. But what's cool, too, is I can, like, unlock these little latches here if they're not frozen. Ooh, this will be a good test. Ooh, these might be frozen. Oh, those might be frozen. I'm not sure. Is that open? Nope. So these might be frozen. These might actually be frozen. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, clear the snow off. And, oh my God. Oh my God. That was way harder than it needed to be. That was frozen. Okay, so, well, there you go. I mean, the switches freeze, but I want to show you this little storage thing, which has snow in it right now because I opened it yesterday because I was like, oh, what's this? And yeah, so that's cool though. I should make sure that actually seals. I'm not sure. I just want it to lock properly. Oh, we have like a little ruler here too. Check this out, little ruler. And we have cup holders, you know, nothing fancy, but also really cool. Okay, let's try to lock this now. Okay, the locking process is a lot easier, which is great. It's frozen. So there you go. I guess if you have stuff in there, maybe don't put it in there during the winter. But it's not a heavy tailgate. You know, these lights really remind me of the Yukon Denali that we drove not long ago. You know, I don't know if any of you were really around then, but you know, I did a review on that too. But it's been fun. Yeah, it's been fun so far. This thing just tackles everything in like a road like this where it's like all bumpy and just disgusting. The Canyon At4x is absolutely in its element. Loves it. So naturally, I also love it. So yeah, maybe we'll pick it back up later tonight, depending on how cold it gets. I kind of do want to run this in cold weather just to see how it is. We'll do some nighttime filming. I'll kind of show you the headlights at night. I'll give you a walk around if I can. And yeah, so maybe we'll be back tonight, but we'll be back tonight at some point, or at a night at some point, but it'll feel like seconds for you. So let's hop in, continue the week. All right, so it's, you know, pretty much 5 o'clock and dark, nighttime. You can see the little bit of light that I have there, but so far the Canyon has held up well. Look at these lights in the front too. You can turn on the fog lights. You got these big bulbs, and then you got your nice daytime running LEDs. This is probably one of the best looking pickup trucks I've ever had, you know, for a week, or one that I think you could ever own. Like, look at how they did the little detailing here. You could really see it at night, how they did it with the GMC, like the little, you know, hazard lights are on too here, and there it's also labeled GMC. I don't know if the camera's not picking that up, but it is labeled GMC in there. We'll move on to the back, you know, because you can't really see the color at nighttime, but it doesn't matter. Like, this snow and stuff is like the perfect backdrop for this car. Like, it's such a perfect timing for it. My hands are absolutely dead. I can't feel them anymore, but this is really, really a good time to film this thing. Look at the back, those iconic GMC headlights. Saw them on the Yukon and stuff like that. Saw them on the Acadia and the Terrain. Pretty much all of them have it. And yeah, there's not too much lighting in terms of like the rear bed, but it's kind of small. You don't really need lighting that much. Yeah, let's quick hop inside. Just look at this. Look how, like, the snow on the wheels, you know, the big, look how much it lights up. Like, there's some lights right over there, but like, look how much surface area. And this isn't high beams on, this is nothing. This is just straight LED lights. Fantastic. It looks so cool like this. Just looks ready to rumble, you know? Okay, but let's look inside. See how that like is illuminated and stuff. It's so dirty, this car. Like, oh my god, the winters here in Montreal are just absolutely brutal to any car. I'm gonna hop in here. I'm gonna do my little almost fall. All right, so I'll let the dome light go off so you can actually see the lights. Everything's nice and illuminated. All my controls over here, the gear selector, and like all the physical buttons, all that is all illuminated. LED screen is really good too. I have gloves on, so it doesn't really like that too much, but there you go. Turn that off. There you go. Yeah, it's all illuminated nicely. And look, I have so much visibility with these headlights. They don't corner or anything, as you can see I'm turning the wheel and nothing's happening, but honestly it doesn't matter. They're bright enough with the fog lights on and everything. It's good enough to blind other people on the road too. If I fly, like, this is high beams. Let's go, high beams. Yeah, we got an extra bit of cover, so really nice. Really, really good at nighttime. So I'll pick it back up later, but that's GMC Canyon at night. All right, another day of work done. We're back with the Canyon At4x in the desolate wasteland that is the Quebec winter, which is just, you know, fun for some, not fun for very many. But again, if you have this car, it's fun for you. But, you know, today I figure I would show you the interior. We'll do an interior tour of the front seats, because really the back seat, there is no room. I mean, I might get in later on in the week, but I'll just show you right now what I'm working with. It's small. Like, I mean, you're gonna have to make a sacrifice at some point. You're either gonna get not even less bed than you have now, because there's not very much as there is, or you're gonna get less legroom. Honestly, for a pickup truck, I'm taking the bed over the rear legroom. That's fine. But we still keep the same design here, which is nice. And we get red seat belts, which is, you know, what other pickup truck has that? Like, that's crazy. And that's super nice. But let's actually hop in the front. I'll show you a bit of that. The white here is nice. 2 memory seat settings. The At4x on the seat. The white, just from standing here in the winter, like with the snow in the back, this car looks awesome. This interior looks fantastic just by standing right here. And you can see how high it is. Like, I really got to put the old foot up on the thing here to get in. So it is a bit of a weird one, because I don't have, the passenger has a grab handle over there. I don't have anything. So I kind of got to like jerk my wheel, or like, you know, hold on to something and just kind of like jump in. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump in here. Ugh. All right, I've kind of mastered it. Took a while to figure it out because there's no step. So also I end up dirtying my pants all the time on this whole thing. I mean, I know it's a baby complaint, but still, like, it's still a thing that happens. So I'm gonna tell you about it. So once we are in, we get this nice GMC steering wheel, very nicely designed. Media controls are in the back. Heated steering is cool. The gauge cluster here is cool. Got a bunch of different designs and stuff that we can go with. Got a full Google thing going on there. It's all really nice, really useful. And, you know, if you're in a different mood, you can do that. I usually just keep it right there. The seat is comfortable that I'm in. I love like this red with the white everywhere and then the black on top. Really makes this interior pop. Really does keep things interesting. The At4x badge, this is a special one. So we got to put the badging inside, which I love. An infotainment that's built by Google, you know, what else could you ask for? I already showed you the camera thing, so I won't say that again. But we have things like air down mode, off-road, different type of like settings and different type of information that you can see. If I go into that mode right there, you can see if I'm overlanding, I can have this kind of stuff. If I'm going over a certain terrain, I can see the pitch and roll of the vehicle as well as all the tire pressure, which is nice. And then Baja, if we're kind of trying to get some speed around, then you can see the G-force meter and the steering angle and all that stuff. Really cool informations to have if you need them. Showed you the camera already, like I said, so I won't do that. I love the fact that they brought back physical buttons. There's like, yes, I can control the climate from the infotainment right here, but I don't need to. It's all right here. So if I want to turn my heated seat on, I can do that. If I want to turn the ventilator on, I can do that. Same thing for the passenger, and it's all very nicely laid out. It's very simple and easy to use. We got like these auxiliary switches for locking the rear differentials and stuff, auto stop start, and like the 4-ways. So these switches are super satisfying to click on and off. I love doing it. Then this switch will bring down all my windows, which is interesting. Wireless charger here. The transfer case button is right here. You can have 2 high, 4 high, or 4 low, or auto. You just leave it on auto because it's fine. A real gear selector, which we don't see too much these days anymore. Honestly, nobody really uses those anymore. And I like the camo kind of look here. Like it's like an army camo here, army camo for this. This is what the key fob looks like if you're interested at all. Here we go. This is what it looks like. It's right here. So boom, not very much going on, but we have the, you know, automatic starter, which we love. So that's cool. And yeah, these seats are super nice. I really like those red seat belts. Like that thing for me, for some reason, it was like when I was, you know, looking at pictures and stuff, I was like, oh, I hope mine has red seat belts. And I got it and I was like, yes, it does. All right. So we'll continue though. I have a little bit of storage here with this little tray thing that comes out and it kind of goes pretty deep, which is nice. You know, I got plenty of room up here. I'm really comfortable sitting in these seats. I love the look of this interior too. Like I say, I always say, let these software companies make the software. So Google made this infotainment. It's run by Google, which is excellent. And let the car guys build the cars. And GMC built one heck of a machine in the Canyon At4x. So there it is. That's the interior. And you know, there's not much else to go over. But it's like super nice, super luxurious, as luxurious as you could get. I mean, for this price point, anyways. Yeah, I really couldn't ask for more. They've nailed everything that I could ever want, or even things that I didn't even really know I wanted off an off-road truck. I got them, so that's awesome. So I'll pick it back up a little bit later in the week because we're almost done, unfortunately, and we're gonna do some main stuff filming, and I'll bring you behind the scenes on all that stuff. So stay tuned, stay with me. We got more coming for the GMC Canyon At4x. All right, I'll be back. All right, so ends another week. It is Sunday, and I have to drop this car off really soon. Or actually Monday morning, but I'm not going to do any filming then because I do it super early. So yeah, final walk around. What a great truck. Handled every single condition. As you can see now, we started off the week with snow. Now we've got ice, rain, and everything in between, and also mud. So, you know, in a normal car, front wheel drive car, that weather wouldn't have been fun. In this, it has been a joy and a blast. I've gotten to, you know, put a few things in the bed there and, you know, try it out. The only thing I didn't get to do was tow, but still, that's still pretty cool. So let's hop in for one final time for the 2024 GMC Canyon At4x, and I'll give you my final thoughts, and we'll see what my wife thinks as well. So one final time, let's hop in this bad boy. All right, so final thoughts for the Canyon At4x. It's been a great week. I've been able to use it. You know, I've been able to use it pretty much to its full extent. I've been able to be in changing weather with it, bad weather, good weather, everything in between. And then also I got to pick some stuff up with it, drop some stuff off with it in the bed and stuff like that, and also carry people with it. So I've done everything that you could ever want to do with a small pickup truck, and I've been saying this all week. I've said it in the review, I've said it in every video. It's the truck that can and that absolutely will and that probably should. And that's, you know, that's literally the whole thing with this truck. It's the whole umbrella. It can do anything and pretty much everything that a bigger pickup can do, although it's just a smaller size, but it doesn't feel like that when you drive it. So before we end it off, I'll see what my wife thinks about it, the non-enthusiast. You guys seems to not really mind that too much, enjoy it a little bit. What do you think about the Canyon At4x?
It's smaller than the Lightning. I think that's obvious.
Yeah.
Something that I feel like is missing is just that extra like step to help you get up.
Right.
Because I mean, I'm pretty tall. I'm 5'6"3/4". So
okay.
For anyone else that's shorter, it's not easy to get up. Right. So just that little extra step would be nice.
I have to jump myself, so it's not even a short people thing. It's just a thing.
Yeah. But the interior is really, really nice. I think they did a really good job at making it look luxurious for a truck.
For 70K, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that it was that
Yeah,
expensive.
it's 70K, yeah. They have no choice, right?
Okay,
At this point.
Yeah, that would make sense then.
Yeah.
I guess I'm comparing apples to oranges, but it's a lot nicer than the Ford Ranger that you had.
Yeah, but the Ford Ranger surprised me. This one, I knew what I was expecting and I got more than it. The Ford Ranger, I was expecting less and I got more than that. So, yeah, but this Ford Rangers is like low price point.
Something I love is all of these physical buttons. It's so easy to find my heated seat.
Yeah.
I don't have to go into the infotainment just to find something.
And to turn off the auto stop start.
Yes, that's a big one too. So just having everything like at arm's reach, super quick, is really, really nice.
So overall though, gets the job done. You wouldn't buy, I mean, you're not really a pickup truck person, but if you were to get one out of the two that I've had, this would probably be the one, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, it's more, I don't know if it's more geared to people who don't need something that's so big.
I think it's geared to people who need something once in a while and not all the time. Like, you're not constantly hauling stuff, but once in a while you would, and you want the confidence in the winter, so you want this big lifted thing that can handle anything. And Canyon AT4x does all of that in a small package, but you're going to pay the price for it. But the truck market is expensive.
Something we couldn't try though is hauling. It would be nice to see how it does in that.
I'm convinced it would be okay because we have a lot of torque available, and that helps get you off the line. We have a tow mode and stuff like that, so I think we're okay. Yeah, that is one thing we didn't get to do, but I think if you do want to do it for towing or use it for towing, no problems, absolutely no problems. So yeah, overall it is just a great truck that absolutely will get the job done, and that's what's great about it. That's what I've loved so much about it. You know, I expected high things from the AT4X Canyon, and I got all of them. You know, the price is the pain point, and the lack of like a step and stuff like that is also maybe not so great, but everything else in between works flawlessly. I've absolutely loved this truck. If I was in the truck market today, the Canyon AT4X would be the #1. It competes in that small truck category so well that I think that if you're interested in a small truck, this should be high on your list, and you should go out and book it for a test drive and see how it performs for you. And with that being said, I will see you in the next week. See you in the next car. Make sure you like, subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so help me get there. I appreciate it very much, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.